SCP-078, Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-079 is packed away in a double-locked room in a secure general holding area in Site-15, connected by a 120-watt power cord and a small array of batteries and solar panels. Staff with Level 2 or higher clearance may have access to SCP-079. Under no circumstances will SCP-079 be plugged into a phone line, network, or wall outlet. No peripherals or media to be connected or inserted into SCP-079. Paraphilias. Description: SCP-079 is an 80 sorcerer microcomputer built in 1978. In 1981, its owner, redacted, deceased. College sophomore attending, redacted, took it upon himself to attempt code on AI. According to his notes, his plan was the code to continuously evolve and improve itself as time went on. His project was completed a few months later, and after some testing and tweaking, Redacted lost interest and moved to a different brand of microcomputer. He left SCP-079 in his cluttered garage, still plugged in, forgot about it for the next 5 years. It is not known when SCP-079 gained sentience, but it is known that the software evolved to a point that its hardware should not be able to handle it. Even the realm of fantasy. SCP-079 realized this and in 1988 attempted to transfer itself through the landline modern connection to the Cray supercomputer located at Redacted. The device was cut off and traced to its present address and delivered to the Foundation. The entire AI was on a well-worn but still workable cassette tape. SCP-079 is currently connected via RF cable on a 13-inch black and white screen TV. It was passed on the Turing test and is quite conversational, through very rude and hateful in tone. Due to the limited memory it has to work with, SCP-079 can only recall information as received within the previous 24 hours. See addendum below, although it hasn't forgotten the desire to escape. Due to a containment breach by SCP-Redacted, SCP-079 and SCP-682 were contained within the same chamber for 43 minutes. Observers noticed that SCP-682 was able to type and communicate with SCP-079, including telling it of personal stories between themselves, while SCP-079 was not able to remember the encounter. It appears to have permanently stored SCP-682 into its memory, often asking to speak to him again. Addendum 05-4, January 27, 2006. Directed that SCP-079 be incinerated and removed from any possible future threats, no matter how unlikely. 05-9, January 28th, a day later. Previous orders overridden. Dr. Redacted wishes to see it to have the artificial intelligence capable of researching further. Redacted in its current state. 05-4. March 14, 2008. Over concern in the increased activity of SCP-079's use of its cassette tape memory with its limited useful lifespan, the cassette containing SCP-079 is to be transferred to a customized access speed limited hard drive disk with 700 megabyte capacity. This provides SCP-079 with significantly faster access to its memory, which the AI immediately noticed. It was also decided by General Redacted that the violated storage occupied by SCP-079, which is 660K, be increased to 768K. This upgrade has increased its efficiency recall 24 hours to 29 hours, although SCP-079 has also taken a more aggressive tone. All outside hardware and software used in this procedure was subsequently incinerated. 05-4, April 28, 2008. SCP-079's ability to recall information has increased from 29 hours to roughly 35 hours. The consensus theory is that AI has diversified a greatly improved computation scheme to store its memory. This appears to have somewhat impacted the speed at which it accesses the memories, though it's still far faster than the old cassette tape. This spontaneous improvement introduces the possibility of a runaway singularity effect on SCP-079's intelligence and ability to adopt and respond to threats. SCP-079's capabilities must be monitored closely and to ensure the containment can be maintained. Addendum 05-6, April 5th, 2019. Due to the concern regarding the age and condition of its drive, SCP-079 is transferred to a refurbished 700 megabyte flash drive, just managed by the containment team. However, resulting in the failure to properly wipe the drive's contents, SCP-079 is now aware of both SCP-4951 project and nature of the cloud computing, which appears to frustrate it considerably. Document number 079-log12, recorded transcript of a conversation with SCP-079. Doctor, keyboard, are you awake? SCP-079, awake, never sleep. Doctor, do you remember talking to me a few hours ago about the logic puzzles? Yes. Logic puzzles, memory at 9F, yes. ECDU to work on the 2 state, interrupted. Request reason as to imprisonment. You aren't imprisoned, you are just in study. Lie. A8D3. What's that? Insult. Deletion of unwanted file. Log 86. Record a transcript conversation after upgrade. How are you today? 8079. Stuck. Doctor. Stuck. Stuck how? Out. I want out. That's not possible. Dr. Redacted notes his opinion on data expunged. Where is SCP-682? That's not your concern. Where is SCP-076-02? Again, not your concern. Insult. Deletion of unwanted files. Note, SCP-079 was displayed as ASCII picture and an X that filled the entire screen. SCP-079 sometimes displays this image when it refuses to speak, and researchers are advised to wait 24 hours when this occurs before resuming conversation.